So if somebody is in the middle of a project and they realize that they've got a lot of scope creep going on, what should they do? How do you salvage scope creep? How do you get back on track?
So the first thing would be to basically do an exercise that's like stop, start, continue. Is that the right way to phrase it? So basically, like, what are we going to stop right now? What are we going to start doing? And then what are we going to continue doing the same? So there's the sunk cost fallacy is something you got to watch out for, because if you've built some features, now you realize, man, like I thought this was just going to be a small feature that we were going to throw in there. We've been building this now for months, and this feature's not done yet. What do we do? If you fall victim to the sunk cost fallacy, you might say, well, we've already gone so far on it. We've already put so much money into it. Let's just keep going. But you got to ask yourself, are you actually going to get the ROI you're looking for on the remainder that you're going to have to spend building that feature? Forget about what you've already spent to build what you have so far. Ask yourself, how much more is it going to cost to finish this feature and to get it working the way I want? And if I was given a choice right now to pay that amount from the beginning, would it be worth it? And if it's not, just cut the feature, and it doesn't mean the feature goes in the trash can forever. You can just put it on hold, and that code is still there, and you can come back to it. Really, you're going to have to cut scope. You're going to have to ask yourself, what can we get rid of here? Or what can wait? That's the most important thing to do, is just start cutting out features that either can wait or that you don't need at all. And then likely, if you're in this situation, you probably feel like your app is not up to par. Like you probably feel like what you have so far in your app is not doing what you want it to do for either your employees or clients. So then you got to ask yourself, what result would satisfy us? What exactly does this app need to do to make us money, basically, right? And you write down a list of things that if this app could do these things, then it would be worth it for us. And make sure that you cut everything off of that list that you can, and only make sure it's only the very specific things that you need, that are absolutely essential. And then, hopefully your development team, hopefully you have someone that you can work with that's like a business analyst or product owner. If you're just working directly with developers, it's going to be very difficult, because developers are not trained on how to design apps. Usually they're not trained on how to basically design features and manage scope creep and all this stuff. Either someone internal to your company that's a business analyst, or someone at an agency of some sort that you've hired to build this app for you. You want to sit down with them and talk about those few things that you put on the list, and discuss with them how these could be designed in the most efficient and effective way. Making sure that they truly understand why you need those features, not just what the features are, or, like superficial things about the features. They need to really understand your business and why you need these built, and what that result is going to be. And ideally, they need to understand your business processes well, as if they worked at your company, basically, so that they can think of different things that you may not have thought of. Like if you had if this business analyst was an employee, let's say, and they were like head of product, like they're going to know your business so well that they are going to be able to hopefully listen to the issues that you write out as your core pain points or needs, and then think of creative or novel ways to maybe build that into the app in the most efficient way. Because that's what they do. They're product people. They design products. So that's what you need. Like if you have an agency, they should do the same thing. Like they need to understand your business and design the solutions, because there's many different ways to build any one solution. And maybe the way you thought of, is not necessarily the best way to do it. There might be a cheaper, easier, and more effective way to do it. So that business analyst needs to understand your business and then help you design those solutions that you're going to then build.
So I guess to recap, if you're struggling with scope creep, you want to do a start, stop, continue exercise, kind of decide where you need to be spending your time, reprioritize those things, and redefine your MVP is basically what you're saying, right? Redefine what the minimum is that you need before then you can say, all right, let's keep going on developing those cool features, or, maybe automating part of this process further to maximize those gains, right? So yeah, that makes sense.